Alright, hello and welcome! So, Borrow is here, so let's take a look at what he's got. Alright, so...
I can tell you will appreciate what I have today.
First things first, we've got the Solstice Syndana, which we are going to be picking up. I've seen a couple screenshots posted of this,
Like that,
looking real good based on that, but we'll see what that looks like whenever we get back to the ship. Otherwise, we have the Scimitar Prisma skin, which is very nice. All of the ship Prisma skins are fantastic, so if you have the Scimitar, this is a good thing to pick up, of course. The Prisma Mech Head, this has been around before, I just have never picked it up. I'm planning to farm ducats later on today on stream, so if you want to see that, maybe head to the stream. And I will probably purchase this at some point this weekend, probably during that stream. We have the Prisma Veritux, which is Mastery, very expensive Mastery, so be aware of that. It's not really that useful. The Centaur is significantly better than this weapon in like pretty much every way. It's pretty kind of not, actually it doesn't even really look that good in my opinion, but it's I don't know, it's it exists. I'll give it that. I'll give it existence. And then beyond that, we've got Primed Fast Hands, which is actually kind of fine if you already have Primed Reach and Primed Point Blank, which are way better than Primed Fast Hands. Primed Point Blank, obviously, this is it's just a raw damage increase for all your shotguns, so if you're a shotgun user, that's what's happening. Otherwise, Prime Reach, this is used on a shit ton of melee weapons. Having extra reach is pretty much invaluable on, let's say like 65% of weapons. The extra reach is amazing. So, yeah, there's that. Otherwise, we've just got the Kavat armor, which we'll show. We've got all of the Katir earpiece stuff, which will show both of those, although one is just the dual, so I'll probably just show the duals, and then this is just the single one. And then otherwise, we have these fucking mod packs, which you should not buy under any circumstances. I'm still getting over the fucking flu or whatever, so I'm not going to go into this as much as I would normally go into this, but fuck these. Don't buy these. Like, look at all of this shit. Look, all of this. Everything the light touches that is not this garbage, don't buy this garbage. Just don't do it. Yeah. Otherwise, pretty good haul. I'm curious to mess around with colors on the Solstice Syndana, because I think it's going to look really, really nice. But yeah, let's go take a look at all these cosmetics and such. All these Prime mods are, like, pretty good. Prime Fast Hands is kind of like, I don't know, it's cheap enough that it's, like, kind of worth it. But yeah. Yeah, let's just head back to the ship and check all that stuff out. Alright, so first things first, this Solstice Syndana, this thing, it's very nice. It's kind of like it's got like a Prisma type material here and stuff. It just looks really good. So let's just randomize some colors and see how this thing looks in a variety of ways. One of those was real nice. Man, that's a really fucking nice Syndana. And then these are in Excalibur. Wow, that actually looks really good in Excalibur colors as well. And that's a nice Syndana. I think it's, I don't know, I think that's probably the nicest Katir Syndana now, by like a pretty large margin. It's really nice. Let's show that in, the Prime colors. We'll do that real quick. I'll just do Soul. There we go. That's really nice. That's a really good Syndana. Man, that takes those colors better than it really should, too. That's really nice. Man, that's a good Syndana. That's a real good thing. Okay, so shown that. Oh, no. Right, hold on. We gotta do the other thing that I forgot about because I was absorbed in the brand new thing. This is Elvina, and this is the Teer armor for the Kavats. Also, if anyone wants to see what the fur pattern looks like for them, I'll show that real quick. Looks like this, which I think is very, very nice. So if you are one of the people that uses the cats, regardless of them not having vacuum, and you're crazy like that, this is really nice. I think it looks like a really, really nice skin. And then also in some colors, it looks like this. Yeah, pretty nice. I'm not much for the headpiece. If you could remove the headpiece individually, though, this cloak is really cool. Which hopefully eventually they make it so we can toggle the headpieces on all of the pet armor. Anyway, moving on to the final thing, which is the Teer earpieces, which are under accessories. I'm normally using the cognitive relay, but we have the Teer earpieces, which is like the 2. It's got the energy, copies a lot of your colors, and then we've got the single one, which is much smaller. Yeah, pretty nice. I prefer the cognitive relay, just because, I don't know, I think it fits better on my character, but, I don't know. If you're an earring person, definitely a pretty good option. I think I like this one the best, personally. And the solo one is also half the price of these ones, so that information is useful. But yeah, that's all of that stuff, so now let's head over to console and see what they got today. Alright, so welcome over to console. A lot of this stuff I've already been over, and this is your guys' huge haul day, so I'm going to kind of cursorily go over everything. So, first of all, we got Prime Continuity. This mod is outstanding, super cheap. There's like nearly no reason you should not pick this mod up. It's amazing, useful on so many Warframes. It's just an outstanding Prime mod, one of the best. Marodetron, unless you're really itching to have a secondary shotgun, this is mostly just mastery, but some people want to have a shotgun on their secondary, so this is kind of there for that. It's probably the best of the bunch minus the Brack. It's okay. At this price, as a mastery is at least worth it. Prime Flow. This is another, like Prime Continuity, kind of a mainstay. If you're planning to be a runner in LOR, this helps immensely, which is it's just a really good thing to have. And of course, this combined with Quick Thinking makes a lot of Warframes that are energy heavy incredibly hard to kill. So there's also that. Otherwise, we've got the Teer Noggle. If you don't have this already, if you're like me and you've got a fuck ton of credits, because even on like this PS4 account that I don't even play on very much like at all, I have like 3 million credits. So this costs like nothing. Like this basically costs 0. So like if you like how Teer looks, and I think his design's pretty cool, this is Noggle. You get this. Prisma Shade, it's okay. So the Marodetron is over here for 250. This is 185. It's a good Sentinel, and this is 9,000 total mastery. You have no excuse to not get this. There's no excuse. Because this, of course, comes with his Prisma weapon. This is so cheap. This is like nothing. Like this is worth it for mastery alone. Like Duke it to mastery, it's worth it. And Shade by himself, he's just fine. Like he's a fine Warframe. Or nope, that's not the case. He's a fine Sentinel. And it's like, yeah. Just get this. Just get this if you don't have it. There's no reason not to. Prime Pistol Ammo Mutation, you have a lot better things to get. This is like, you have nothing else to do to your Prime mod, so don't worry about this. This is Mastery. This is the Nexus Fur Pattern, which I've shown before. I think it is probably the best fur pattern for any Kubro, so there's that. But you've probably seen it before, and if not, you can just go back to the last time you had it, and I've had it on PC, and I've shown it there. The Prime EOS entire set. So the shoulders and stuff for this are pretty cool, but these are incredibly tiny, so the spurs are kind of not worth it. The Teer arrow skin, so this arrow skin leaves a really cool trail of the, what the Teer, does this have a preview? It doesn't. The Teer diamond or whatnot, those things, this leaves a trail of those, which looks really cool, which is also worth noting. And this arrow is pretty nice on its own, so there's that. We have the Impact set, which is fine, but I think there's a lot of other things you'd almost certainly rather get today. So probably hold off on this unless you got a lot of Dukas just sitting around. Then we got the Teer Syndana, which would be really cool, except you guys get this today, which we did not when we got our big haul. So you also have the Teer Kubra armor, which is fine. It's kind of like a weird just collar and headpiece, and it's got little booties for your Kubro. I don't know. It's kind of a weird one. Then you have pedestal primes, so if you have just absurd amounts of credits like I do, on my account where I actually buy things from Borrow, of course, yeah, just dump the whole credits on these. They look very nice. You've almost assuredly seen them in my ship. They're kind of everywhere. And then we have primed cryo rounds, which is technically an increase in damage for rifles. The thing about this, though, is that you're only really using this whenever your viral is a good choice for you on any of like the critical based weapons like Soma, which that does happen, but that usually only happens when you're running a full corrosive projection party, and if you're running a full corrosive projection party, the chances of you needing primed cryo rounds is not very high. So while I'd suggest picking this up, leveling it is very situational. So you kind of keep that in mind, although it depends on what primaries you use. Of course, this will see use on some weapons. But yeah, it's kind of a weird middle pick actually for a mod that just increases damage. Kind of a weird choice there. And then of course we saw this Solstice Syndana earlier. It's really nice Syndana. I think it's definitely the best Syndana now, like by far. And then we have the Katir fireworks, which are fireworks. I don't think I've ever shown these before. I have some. Maybe I'll pop those on stream. Probably not, because I think I only have one, but maybe. And then we have the Katir Cigar, which I kind of just glanced over. This thing looks very, very nice. You can use it on both shoulders without buying two, of course. And yeah. This is also worth noting. This is kind of just this is an energy effect that is colorable by your energy. What I should say. Yeah. So that will match up with anything you've got. But yeah, really, I mean, it's the big haul for console, so outstanding today. Plus you got the Christmas item, so, or winter solstice, whatever item. So yeah, outstanding haul on console. But yeah, that's Baroque Tier for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.